During the 2024 presidential election, artificial intelligence policy didn't even register as a factor for most voters. It was a non-issue in the polls. But the math of this technology is moving at a different speed. Leading AI models have doubled in capability every 4 months since 2024. If that rate holds, the systems we see by 2028 will be 250 times more capable than today. This leap in power makes the technology the single priority on which all other national security goals depend. In a modern conflict, the force deploying the better model holds a decisive advantage. We are already seeing this compression of time on the battlefield. Admiral Brad Cooper noted that during operations in Iran, AI helped the U.S. military compress target identification from days into seconds. AI is the engine driving American military and economic competitiveness. Yet this engine is deeply unpopular. While it underpins the nation's strategic lead, 46% of Americans view AI negatively, and only 10% say they are more excited than concerned about it. Washington's response to this disconnect is near-zero federal regulation, operating on the theory that new rules will hand a lead to global competitors. This creates a dangerous paradox. By refusing to regulate the technology to protect innovation, policymakers are leaving it unchecked, allowing public resentment to build until it forces a disruptive response. That resentment is rooted in clear economic threats. Even in optimistic growth scenarios, the rapid advancement of AI involves genuine hardship for workers, as whole categories of jobs in both physical and knowledge labor begin to disappear. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman bluntly stated that there is going to be real pain with these shifts. Jamie Dimon of JPMorgan Chase has echoed that sentiment, warning that AI will eliminate jobs. Beyond the economy, there is the risk of misuse. Modern models can identify critical software vulnerabilities better than cybersecurity pros, and they can even guide an untrained person through engineering a dangerous virus. Currently, major AI labs are choosing not to release their most powerful models to the public to prevent these risks. But that decision is purely voluntary. There is no legal requirement to do so. When voters lose their livelihoods or feel their physical safety is at risk, they won't be moved by macroeconomic arguments about productivity. The disruption becomes personal. Domestic privacy is the next flashpoint. The government is already capable of monitoring citizens by purchasing commercial data, all without a warrant. Previously, the sheer volume made analysis impossible. AI removes that constraint at a trivial cost, making it feasible to analyze the daily activity of every citizen. State lawmakers are already responding to the public's frustration. In 2025 alone, they introduced over 1,200 AI-related bills, ranging from simple disclosure rules to outright bans on new infrastructure. This push crosses party lines. Senator Bernie Sanders has called for a national moratorium on data center construction. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has also joined the call to pause development until federal safety and labor protections exist. This vacuum of federal leadership is unsustainable. Without a unified national framework, the industry faces a patchwork of state-level moratoriums on the very data centers required for the technology to function. Resolving this tension doesn't mean choosing between regulation and innovation. Instead, domestic regulation acts as the shield that makes long-term innovation politically possible. First, the government needs to mandate safety testing for advanced models before they are released, similar to how it handles pharmaceuticals, and codify strict limits on how AI can be used to surveil citizens. Second, social policies must ensure the economic returns don't stay within a few tech companies. This means workforce transition programs and tax policies that capture a share of AI-driven gains to support displaced workers. Third, national security requires strict technology protection. The U.S. must prevent its competitors from using American semiconductor manufacturing equipment to build their own systems. This includes cutting off access to American cloud computing networks and the underlying AI models that would allow adversaries to close the technological gap. These strategies work together. Using security measures to maximize the U.S. lead over China creates the strategic space to safely regulate and share the benefits of the technology at home. The window for this proactive policy is closing. AI capabilities are compounding just as public frustration reaches a boiling point. If policymakers wait until a crisis forces their hand in 2028, the result will likely be a series of hasty laws that fail to protect the public while undermining the nation's ability to compete. To maintain its lead and survive the coming backlash, The United States must define the rules for its future right now.